All right, we are live here. I got this was a gift given to me. We're going to talk about what inspires me. What inspires me a lot of times is humor. My wife flipping hates these things. It kind of says it all, right? When you're having a bad day and you just don't want to talk to anybody, want to sit in your basement and pout. World, this is what you do. I'll leave these on for a minute here. I'm just goofing around, wait until people show up. We're going to talk about what inspires me and what I started doing lately. What I've been doing, like I said, the last video. I think it's better for me to just do live videos because I can interact with people. I get the same amount of views whether I do live or not. So I figured why not just do live? It's a lot less storage space for me. I like to interact with people. Just don't, I think these glasses are jinxing it. So what inspires me? I was watching this Jimmy Choi guy. I'm sure the American Ninja Warrior guy. That guy inspires the hell out of me. I don't know. I think he's had Parkinson's a bit longer than I have, if I'm being honest. And I think he he shows himself on and off, which is hard for some people to do. Nobody wants people to see them off. I'm off all the time. Clearly demonstrated by these glasses. It's a pretty hot afternoon here in St. Louis, Missouri. It's probably in the 90s, high 80s. It's not dyskinesia. I can't see the people counts. I keep leaning in. These are not prescription, if you can imagine that. But watching Jimmy Choi is pretty inspiring. My friend Jennifer Sullivan, she's very inspiring to me. She won't take no for an answer sometimes, and sometimes we need that attitude. People that fight through great adversity to do things. I've always been kind of one to be like uncomfortable when I see somebody that's really struggling handicap wise. Well, guess what? It turned out to be me, so it makes me a little more empathetic. Watching myself is hard. I got to be honest with you. Watching myself is difficult. I'm gonna take these off because I think it might be off-putting. Besides, I can't see crap. There we go. Cleared up. But what inspires me is people that are not afraid to be real. Like I talked multiple times about when I was balding, and I refused to. By the way, I just shaved my head here. Looks pretty nice. I refused to acknowledge that I was going bald. I refused to let anybody see it. And when I finally did, it was like a relief. Of course, it was pretty extreme for me because I cut off all my hair and shaved my head pretty damn close to no hair at all, going from like the ponytail. But people didn't realize I was going bald and back or going bald on top. Maybe they did, maybe they just didn't care, but they didn't know how bad it was. That was one of the things where I worked at. A lot of people would hide their bald head under their hats, and I didn't want to be one of those guys anymore. So I thought I was inspired by people that could own their baldness. It sounds stupid, but it's true. Inspired by people that could own being bald, or in this case, you own being having Parkinson's. You know, we can't ignore it. We can't pretend it's not there. And I'm the kind of person that I can't just be Parkinson's guy, as you know from watching these videos. I have a lot of different interests, and I just refuse to just be Parkinson's guy. But I do have Parkinson's, and so I do talk about it. So yeah, what really inspires me is people that can just be honest about their shortcomings. And I'm not talking about TMI people, like that person we all know that comes in the room and says, "Oh, I've got irritable bowel syndrome today," or they dish on their marriage and like make everybody uncomfortable. I'm talking about being honest about you as a person and the struggles we have. I mean, Parkinson's is a B word. I'm monetized, so I don't want to jeopardize that. We know what to talk about. But for instance, this weekend I went out. It was Father's Day, and I needed a new receiver for my head unit or a new receiver for my turntable. And there's this place in St. Louis. It's about 30, 40 minutes away from me. It's quite a drive. And I wasn't able to go in the morning, and I told my wife, "So let's go in the afternoon." Obviously I was dyskinetic, and I got in my wheelchair, and we had to. It was a cluster trying to get in and out of there, but got the head unit, the receiver. Sorry, I keep calling it head unit receiver, and immediately upon getting back to the car, my medicine wore off. I mean, just like it was like on cue. I don't know how it is for you guys, but I'm either on or off. There's very little gray area for me anymore. Very little. Like when I was first diagnosed, I would get like a 20 to 30 minute grace period where I could feel it wearing off if I took it enough time. I could catch it. No such luck now. When I'm off, I'm just off. It's like a light switch. And I know it's difficult for my wife to see, and I'm glad I got to the car before my medicine wore off, because that's just totally embarrassing. You can own it all you want, but it doesn't make it any less embarrassing. And got in the car, yeah, and then of course, I took my pill on time, and then I was really dyskinetic on the ride home. Which, if you're driving with somebody who's dyskinetic, it probably isn't. I might should have been in the back seat, but her back seat was full. She drives this little Volkswagen thing, and I can't get in and out of the back seat. But it was. I don't think I inspired anybody. I just think I did what I needed to do to get my turntable up working again. I mean, you guys know I'm a huge music fan. I mean, you can see the guitars in the background. I love music, but I mean, how do I say this? I hope I inspire people, but that's not why I'm doing this. I don't do this to inspire people. I do this to reach out to the community and make some friends, and talk to some people, get to know some people, and so I don't feel like I'm in this alone. So if you're inspired by me, that's awesome. But I've repeatedly told people this: I'm not trying to be some kind of icon, which is a good thing because my numbers keep going down. That's the game. That's the AI YouTube game right now. So, what are some things that inspire you? I know a lot of people watch this on the replay. We got one person in the room right now. It's Tuesday afternoon. It's probably not a big streaming peak period. In fact, I had like a bunch of trouble getting online. I don't know if YouTube was being sketchy or whatever. What else inspires me? It's kind of weird, but I was always inspired by the Crocodile Hunter. The guy would never take no for an answer. I mean, it's a shame that he died the way he did. And I mean, I probably would, if I was him or some of his friends, I might have questioned what he was doing. But he loved what he did. He loved what he did, and he went out doing what he loved. I mean, what more can you do? What more can you ask for? I don't think he wanted to go out like that, but yeah, Crocodile Hunter, somebody that inspired me, of course, Michael J. Fox. That goes without saying. Uh, I tell you, it's kind of weird, but athletes that walk away from the game before they get too old and beat up, that inspires me. Like somebody who knows when to call it quits. Like with me with my job, I knew I had to call it quits, and I wrote my own ending. That's my friend Kendall always said, Jay, I respect you because you wrote your own ending with your job. You went out on your terms, which is a nice thing to say. What other people inspire me? Of course, great performers inspire me, whether it's Frank Sinatra or you know Paul McCartney, or even some of the more newer acts like Oasis. And of course, they're not new, but just people that do what they're born to do. The Rammstein guys. Doesn't really matter what genre. If you nail it and you can own it, Clapton, just somebody gets on stage and just does his thing. I've always been kind of enamored with the bombastic performers, like I mean, obviously Rammstein and Oasis and Jim Morrison. These guys, these kind of chest thumpers. I guess it's maybe because I feel insecure, and so when I see these other guys, that they've got to feel just as insecure too. I mean, I see Kid Rock get out on stage. He's got a line in one of his songs, "No Rogaine and the propane flows." Well, he actually been taking off his hat and showing that he's bald. I'm like, I don't want to get into politics, but I do like his music. It's like it's refreshing to me to see somebody can be like, here, I'm 55, how old he is. I'm going bald, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to own it. I was just terrified for years, and it probably started because now we're all over the place now. But the first time somebody told me I was losing my hair was one of my friends, and I questioned that a little bit. we were having like a sleepover, and I was on the floor and he was on the bed, and he was looking down. He goes, "Oh my God, Jeremy, you've got a bald spot." I would guess it was like 18, 19. It was like I never, ever, ever felt comfortable with my hat off again. Now, is it unusual for a guy of 19 to have a bald spot? It's not unheard of, but for me, with my big hair and like my Jesus look, it was really hard to deal with. And from then on, I was so from 19 to 34. What is that? 15 years. The next 15 years, I wouldn't take my hat off. Yeah, I can't. I just wish I could have went back to that guy and said, "It's okay. It's okay, Jay. Just be you. Cut your hair. Own it." I got to tell you, it's so much more. It's just actually, I think I'd look better with a bald head, even if I had a full head of hair. I never had like Brad Pitt hair. It was always kind of like, um, well, I guess it'd look pretty good. I'm lying. I wouldn't take it back again, but yeah. So owning your shortcomings. That's inspiring, but it's also inspiring to see somebody really strut their stuff. I mean, I was wearing my Prince shirt the other day when he played the Super Bowl, I guess 2006, 2008, 2000, somewhere in there, and he was playing Purple Rain. He's wearing heels in the rain, shredding. Wow, that's the stuff of legend. So who we got out there? I see two people. I guess you enjoy me talking. By the way, let me put these glasses back on. My dear friend Sam gave these to me. Yep. I'll take them off now. I can't see anything with them. I've got the seeing eyes of a bat. Yeah, ever since I've been young. All right, well, I guess if nobody's here, I guess I'll just shut it down. I don't want to talk to myself the whole time. I know it's kind of hard to get people's attention on weekdays and stuff. It's hard to get people's attention anyway. But yeah, I just want to drop in and talk some of the things that inspire me. In the comments, feel free to leave what inspires you. Yeah, so use good performers, strong people who own their mistakes, and bald guys that aren't afraid to be bald. My wife said, it all comes back to the bald with you. I guess it kind of does. All right, that's all I got. Peace and love from my bunker in the sweltering city of St. Louis.